All right, everyone. So, one thing I'm having you do for this unit is I'm having you track your thoughts and ideas um, about all the works that you're going to read because it is a very short unit and there's a lot within the next 2 weeks. And so I want you to be able to refer back to this really easily when you go to write your paper. And this is really designed to make life easy for you. And it's also going to be basically a freebie writing assignment grade. So it'll be a completion grade as long as I see that this is filled in. Um, you'll get 100 for a completion grade on a writing assignment, which is writing assignments are 10% of your grade, and we don't have that many. So I would definitely make sure you do this as we go through the next couple weeks. So this unit, you're really moving into a movement, the first literary movement, philosophical movement that we're going to be studying. The Enlightenment is really important. It's really significant movement because it really is the foundation of our ideas of democracy and really essentially how we became the country that we know as the United States of America today. So we're going to be studying a lot of different writers during this period, and we're going to see a changing landscape of writers. So when you're filling this out, this, as I said, is really designed to help you. So there's no right or wrong way to fill this out. All I want you to do is make sure that you are tracking the work, how it relates to the ideas of enlightenment, specifics about the work, so literary elements, metaphors, motifs, symbols, themes, whatever it might be, quotes that you think might work. And then anything about the author or the historical situation that you feel is important to tie in, because you are going to be kind of doing that in your essay. You're going to be tying in all of these things together. So we're going to be working through several authors. So Jonathan Edwards, Ben Franklin, of course, Thomas Jefferson, John and Abigail Adams, you're going to read their letters together. And then we have a number of female poets. So we have Judith Sargent Murray. You're going to choose a poet out of a selection here. So I want to make sure you note which choice you make and which works of theirs you read. And then we'll end with Phillis Wheatley before your essay is due. So it's very simple. All I want you to do is, again, denote the work, denote what elements of the work relate to certain ideas of enlightenment. So you'll come to see that enlightenment has very particular principles or ideas. So these are things like individualism, democracy, equal rights for all. There's a lot of different ideas related to enlightenment. So I want you to be tying the work and what elements each work is talking about related to the enlightenment. Because not all of these are going to touch on the same elements. And when you go to write your essay, you're going to be choosing really one or two major themes or ideas from the enlightenment. So I want you to pull particular authors that tie to those ideas. And then the literary elements, like I said, this is anything that relates to the actual work itself. This is where you're going to be getting the bulk of your evidence for your essay. This is where you pull those quotes that show a symbol or a motif or whatever it might be. And then lastly, you can't separate these authors from the movement. They are intrinsic within the idea of the Enlightenment. So how does the author's biography and what was going on in history at the time relate to their work and the Enlightenment? So just for example, somebody like Benjamin Franklin, Poor Richard's Almanac was a way that he connected with the average, everyday, common person in the struggle for the American Revolution. So it was a way that he disseminated ideas about the democracy and about the revolution to the normal person, the individual. So something like that is really important to tie back to the work. So again, keep this as simple or complex as you like. It's here to help you, and you will get a completion grade for it when you turn it in week 7. If you have questions about it, let me know, but otherwise, hopefully, it's pretty self-explanatory.